Hey everybody, good Thursday morning. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Penovich. Quick update on Hermine, and as I kind of expected and talked about last night, even though there was a little bit of a freak out factor with that western track, I was pretty confident we're going to see it shift to east, and the last two forecast updates, last night at 11 and early this morning, both have shifted it back near the coast. We're still going to get some impacts, some rain, especially the southeast part of our area, but the heavy, epic rainfall amounts that were depicted yesterday because of that western shift have really kind of gone down. Flash flooding is still going to be our big concern as it interacts with the front. Here's the system this morning. You can see it moving towards the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, picking up a little bit of speed now and strength. It's also going to likely be a hurricane when it makes landfall. It's still a very lopsided system. All of the strongest winds are right near the center, and then this big semicircle off to the east is where all the winds are. This is where the nasty weather is with this system. Let me show you a little wider view. You can see the latest track moving it up the coast. We got the radar and the satellite together. So the circulation with the morning advisory is here. It should be somewhere in here, and it looks like it's going to be pretty close. So this track is actually looking pretty good. The one thing you notice is later on in the track here, after it makes landfall, it weakens quite a bit. It gets to the coast and starts hugging the coast. Through Saturday morning, it should be up in this area. We're talking maybe about lunchtime. This right here is going to be Friday at 2 p.m. This is going to be 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, near Wilmington, and then up here by 2 p.m. on Saturday. It could accelerate quicker than that, but here's the story for us. We've got a cold front right there moving to the south. And this is going to start to bring us some rain today because the moisture around this is going to start pushing north and east like this. And as it interacts with the front, that's when we're going to see our rain across the area. So we're still going to get some pretty good rain from this. And just to show you the wider view, this is the forecast rainfall totals right now along and east of the track. And this could shift depending on, how the track goes. Let's go in closer. Look at the change here across the area. You go from like Hickory up into the mountains, maybe a half an inch. Around Charlotte, the northern part of the county could get an inch. The southern part of the county could get 3 inches. And Union County, Anson, Richmond, Chesterfield, Lancaster, maybe 3 to 4, maybe 5 inches. It all depends on that track, but I do think the threat for flash flooding, especially in these areas here tonight, is going to be pretty pronounced and something that I'm keeping a close eye on. Let's look at the forecast models. I'm going to go with the NAM4 here just because it's going to handle the front better, and because the system is close enough now that the NAM is probably going to do a decent job with position, maybe not always rain, but the GFS has been doing awesome with this. So let's go out through today. Here comes the cold front. We'll go out to this afternoon. We'll get towards about 2 o'clock. Let's get to about 2 o'clock here. So here we are at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The front starts moving into the mountains. 3, 4, 5, 6. So by 6 o'clock, we're starting to see some pretty good storms develop along the front. We'll go to 8 o'clock tonight. Whoops, jumped ahead there. This is 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know why it's doing that. So there's 8 o'clock tonight. We'll go right there. Look at the front sitting across the area. Now, if we go into the future a little more, that front stalls over us, it looks like, tonight. So we're going to see some pockets of heavy rain. And this isn't even with Hermine here yet. So the front stalls. Here comes Hermine up from the south as we go into Friday morning, 5 a.m., 6, 7, 8 a.m., 9, 10, 11, then lunchtime. So the front is stalled right in here. You can see it right in here. Hermine's here, but it's pumping moisture like this, and it's interacting with the front, and especially where the front stalls, which is likely along or somewhere near I-85, I should say, it's going to start pumping out some rain. So we go through Friday morning into the afternoon. Here's lunchtime. We go into the late afternoon hours. Let's go to about 5 o'clock. Heavy, heavy rain. 6, 7, 8. Storms accelerating near the coast. Notice the heavy rain here. We're starting to see the back edge develop a little bit, but likely still going to see heavy rain until 2 o'clock in the morning Saturday. We'll go later in the morning. Now we're getting to sunrise. Here's 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. The worst is moving. And here's the thing about as the storm passes to our east, the wind starts coming out of the mountains, and that's a downslope. So that should rapidly dry us out on the west side. So you're going to see a pretty sharp cutoff. It could be pouring in one county in the sun, and breezy conditions kicking up on the other side. So let's go back a little bit and go forward into Saturday, 8 o'clock. Here's 11 o'clock. And here's Saturday afternoon. The storm is off the coast. and we're seeing great conditions. I don't buy any of the rain here because of that downsloping. For the coast, Saturday morning is going to be wet here, but you can see down to the south, these beaches will be fine Saturday. Saturday morning, a little wet, and then by evening, this will move out and everything will dry out. So that's the latest, what I'm thinking right now. Of course, stay tuned. Things could still change a little more. I think if we're going to see some drastic changes, it's not going to be that much more west. It could shift a little bit east, but the front is still key in this. Don't forget, we're all focused on Hermine, but this front right here, how quickly it gets in here today, where it stalls, is going to be really key where the heavy rain sets up, even tonight, but especially tomorrow as Hermine comes to the north. So right now, flash flood threats up there. I'd say general 1 to 3 inches, a good possibility around Charlotte, but if you live east of Charlotte, especially east of I-85, you're probably looking at maybe more in that 3 to 5 inch range. I'll be in today starting at 4, 5, and 6 at NBC Charlotte, and if anything changes, I will be posting it immediately on Facebook and Twitter. Have a great day.